let me tell you how I'm going to make my handheld mini chicken pies using fresh and pure ingredients. Let's get started. First up, I'm chopping up some onions, some carrot, and some celery. And while I'm doing this, I've got some chicken roasting in the oven and some chicken broth and some herbs and spices. So now I'm going to melt 3 tablespoons of butter with my celery. My child is screaming upstairs. Sorry. With some celery, some carrots, and some onions. And I'm going to just kind of grill them up until they're translucent. Ah, the sounds of children screaming as you saute your vegetables. Nothing like it. Butter is just melted. What I do is I add half a block of cream cheese to kind of melt that in, and that's going to give the chicken pie some creaminess. Delish. So once you've melted your cream cheese, I like to add between 1/4 and 1/2 cup of chicken broth, and then let it kind of reduce with the vegetables. So it's uber creamy, but it's not too thick. All right, so once your sauce is cooked, you're either good to go, or if you're kind of a picky eater like I am and don't really like the taste of chunks of vegetables, what I do is I blend it all together once it's nice and cooked. That way, you don't get any chunks of vegetables when you're eating your pies. Again, if you like vegetables, omit this step. So the chicken is done when you can kind of shred it easily with some forks. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just shredding it into bite-sized pieces. And like I said, I baked it in the oven 350 for about between 30 and 45 minutes in some chicken broth and some spices. So I've shredded my chicken and I've got about 2 cups of frozen peas and carrots. I stuck them in the microwave for about a minute, mixed all of my ingredients together, and now we are ready to start building the handheld pies. All right, so what I've done now is I've unrolled some frozen phyllo dough. I stuck it in the fridge overnight so it'd be nice and de-thawed. And I'm gonna cut it roughly in about half. And the other half, I'm gonna roll right back up and stick it in the fridge. You gotta work with this stuff pretty quick or it'll dry out on you. All right, so once I cut it in half, I'm gonna half it again. All right, so you take a sheet of phyllo dough, brush a little bit of butter on it. Yes, I just called it brother. Butter's brother. Great. Put another sheet of phyllo dough on it. Put some more butter. Then you're going to take a couple spoonfuls of your chicken. Get it on there. And then do the shorter sides first. Fold them over. Then kind of paint the top so it sticks to each other. Butter is glue for phyllo dough. Fold it over like you're wrapping a little present for your mouth. For up top with butter, and you're done. Now I'm ready to put them in the oven.
Chicken pie, delicious.
You heard it from the toughest critic. I'm Keleigh, and this was my easy handheld chicken pies.
Oh, it's so good.
I'm so glad. Is it your favorite?
Yeah. That's one of my favorites. I love chicken pie.